You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
Welcome to episode number 19 of the Bam and Herro Fans Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Garana, and alongside me, as always, Mr. Daniel Solana. How are you doing, sir?
Doing great, doing great. Bam is back, baby. Bam is back. He had a fantastic game a couple nights ago against the Golden State Warriors, but we got to talk about Tyler Herro because the time is dwindling down. We had said end of November, Danny, and we are almost there. And Tyler Herro's practicing. So, I don't know what's going to happen now when Tyler Herro gets back, but I'm super excited because this team is I love this team, man. I love this team. It's so fun to watch. Even the games where they struggle, it's still fun to watch. Who's going to step up in the fourth quarter against the Warriors. Really all year, it's been Norman Powell, right? Norman Powell. But now you're going to get your other clutch player back. And who's going to lose minutes, Danny? Who's going to lose minutes? Because that's what we're here to talk about.
Did you see Tyler Herro's quick interview where they asked him how he's going to fit into the offense? And his quote was, "The beauty of me is that I can play in any offense." I said, okay. The beauty of me. All right. Never heard anybody say that before.
Would have been better if he said it in the third person. No, if he would have said the beauty of Tyler Herro.
Yeah, that would have been better. But still, I thought it was interesting. But yeah, he doesn't lack confidence, which is great. I love that. So at the moment, the starting lineup, they're not going to start Bam and Ware together. All right, we know that. All right, so Ware's going to come off the bench. So we know Bam is starting at the center spot. We have Andrew Wiggins, Norman Powell, Davion Mitchell, and Pell Larson. That's the starting lineup as of last night or 2 nights ago against the Warriors. So Tyler Herro comes back. There's a decision to be made because I feel like every single person in this graphic right here, from Davion Mitchell to Pell Larson has been looking great. Norman Powell, obviously. Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, and Bam, I think, are penciled in with Sharpie. Those three are not going anywhere. So the question is, Davion Mitchell or Pell Larson, which of those two loses their spot? Now, I wouldn't mind going small and having Tyler Herro go in for Pell Larson. What do you think about, as far as the starting lineup goes, about that change and having Davion Mitchell, Tyler Herro, Norman Powell? Let's see. Over here. Oh, sorry, that went away. What do you think about something like that?
I mean, I agree, Danny. I agree. I think the one that's going to lose his spot in the starting lineup is Pelle Larson, right? And it sucks because he's earned his looks this season. He's earned the minutes that Spo has given him, and he's shown that he can play in this league and be an impact player. He plays hard, but at the end of the day, he's still the definition of situational right now. And unfortunately, when Herro returns, I don't think that there's any way that all these wings and guards are going to get a consistent run. And unfortunately, I think it's going to be Pella's minutes that are going to be the easiest to trim without disrupting what's been going on so far this season.
So you're okay with them going small? Because that's the debate there, because you end up going really small if you end up having taking out Pell Larson and putting in Davion Mitchell.
Yeah, I would be okay with them going small and putting in Tyler and continuing to play that fast-paced offense that we've seen this season. Very similar to that Princeton style offense that Pete Carril ran in Princeton back in the day that folks were scared to play against. And look, I think Tyler Herro is going to fit in perfectly into the starting lineup with the offense that we're playing this year. And yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be Pelle Larson that most likely loses his minutes in that starting lineup.
All right, so Pell Larson, do you think there's any chance that we get something like this? So no chance that we get a Pell Larson, Tyler Herro, Wiggins, Norman Powell, and Bam.
I don't think so. I think Davion Mitchell has been so important to this team. The way he's been taking care of the ball, the way he initiates the offense on the offensive end. And the way he plays defense and how he basically can cover 1 to 5, even though he's not the tallest player. I just think, unfortunately, for what this team needs for that defensive stability, it's going to be Davion Mitchell in the starting lineup, continuing to start games.
All right, now this is the lineup that I think would be. I don't know what happened to my graphics. They all disappeared. Oh, we're
You got it right there.
No, I had another one, but I'm just gonna play it out, just leave it like this. So this is the most. I think this is the one that I would go with. I have a feeling that they're gonna start Pelle Larson. I think that they're going to start Pelle Larson just because of the size factor. I think Davion Mitchell is kind of going to run the second unit with Jaime Jaquez. Now, the thing about that, though, is that would take Jaime Jaquez off the ball as much. And I think that he's been the predominantly the ball handler there. So I don't know how that would affect either Jaime Jaquez or Davion Mitchell. And one person that is for sure going to lose minutes because of this is Drew Smith. Drew Smith is going to be the odd man out, I think. And I think that even though he's been putting up not 20, 30 minutes in the game, every time he gets on the court, he's been really productive. Drew Smith, at the moment, he's averaging 17 minutes a game, 6 points. And defensively is what you're going to miss with Drew Smith. Even though if Davion Mitchell's going to the second unit, you're still going to get that on the second unit. You're missing it in the starting lineup. But no matter how the starting lineup ends up, Drew Smith is going to be one of the odd men out.
No doubt, no doubt. And look, he's been solid this year, right? He's been solid, he's been reliable, and like you mentioned, he defends, and that's important in Eric Spoelstra's game plan. But unfortunately, his role is the one that Tyler takes back immediately, right? Those minutes, those guard minutes, the secondary ball handling, the spot possessions. Unfortunately, all that's going to disappear for him when Tyler Herro returns.
Yeah. So Drew Smith, I think, loses his minutes. Jovic is going to have a cut in his minutes also, I think, because Bam
That
is
was
now
the third
back.
player. That was the third player that I had on my list. Drew Smith, Pelle Larson, and Nikola Jovic were the three players I had on my list that are going to be losing minutes.
Yeah. So, yeah, because Pelle Larson's going to lose some minutes. Pelle Larson, obviously, as a starter, has been averaging 22 minutes. He's going to lose some minutes. And I think Nikola Jovic, he lost it, right? He had came in. We thought that he might be a starter. Um, he started the year as a starter. And it just little by little, he's just been losing it because he hasn't been able to stay consistent. And I think that, like you said, Drew Smith, I think Drew Smith loses all his minutes. I don't think you see Drew Smith on the court anymore, unfortunately.
I think it'll be more situational and depending on
Right.
who's available on what
But you'll
nights
see a lot of
and
DMPs, I think.
absolutely coach's decision.
Yeah, which sucks. He'll still get in here, like you said, certain situations. But I think for you're gonna see a few games where he just doesn't play at all. And I think Nikolai Jovic. I think Jovic is gonna miss a lot of playing time now because Bam's back. Where is doing better? Andrew Wiggins plays some of that big role, and I'm not. He'll still steal the game on a nightly basis, but his minutes are gonna dwindle drastically, I think.
Absolutely. And look, a couple nights ago, the two guys who played the most were Andrew Wiggins with 34-26 and Jaime Jaquez, who played 34 minutes and 24 seconds. Everybody else played in the 20-minute range, including Drew Smith, including Davion Mitchell, who had just over 24 minutes. So, yeah, those are the players that are going to be losing minutes. Even Davion Mitchell might lose some minutes, Danny. So,
He's not going to get as many as he was getting for sure.
Right. You might even see Simone Fontecchio, depending on certain situations, and get some DMPs. It's going to be a game by game situation, depending on who the Heat play and who they're facing in front of them that night, I think. And unfortunately, fortunately, this Heat team looks like it's very deep, and it doesn't matter who is going to play on a certain night. You're going to see this fast paced, crazy offense, every single night.
And you can bank on Tyler Herro getting 30 minutes a night. So those 30 minutes got to come from somewhere. So Drew Smith's going to lose his minutes. Paul Larson, like you said, his minutes are going to dwindle quite a bit. Like I said, it's unfortunate. I don't think Jaime is affected at all by this. And unless they move Davion to the second unit, I think his game will be affected, not his minutes. But I don't know how effective Jaime is going to be if they put Davion to handle the rock in the second unit. So that could have a domino effect. But that's if they keep Pelle Larson in the starting lineup, which I don't think. I think they're going to go small.
That's what I think. I think they're going to go small. Davion Mitchell, Tyler Herro, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, and we can't, we can't say anything more about Bam Adebayo, right? In his return night, he had 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, shot 3 of 4 from 3-point range. So you got to hope that Tyler Herro comes back similar to what Bam did a couple nights ago, and and if he does, and he inserts himself in there, and he starts playing well, this Heat team is going to be scary, Danny.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. You brought it up last episode about how Tyler Hero won't be eligible to be All NBA. I looked it up. You have to play 65 games, which means the most you can miss is 17 games. We're already 15 games into the season. So the most he can miss now is 2 more games. And obviously, he'll miss some games down the line. So it's probably out the window already. But if he wants any chance of it, he has to come back next game or the game after. Because once you miss more than 17 games, you are no longer eligible to be All NBA. So.
Yeah, I mean, and that works. I mean, it's sad for Tyler, but it works in the Heat's favor in terms of cap space and looking at how they're gonna, continue to go forward, and stay out of that tax apron. So I think it's gonna be huge. They have the bird rights for both Norman Powell and for Tyler Hero. So it's going to be a really interesting offseason depending on what happens when Tyler Hero gets back into the lineup. It's still a possibility that Tyler Hero gets traded this season. We know that he's been mentioned in a lot of those thought up trades by Yahoo and The Athletic and all the other probably Bleacher Report and all these other big media places. They've been talking about trading Tyler Hero, and the package has been very consistent. The package has been Hero, Rozier, because he's an expiring and a first-round pick. So while we're talking about Tyler Hero potentially coming back into the starting lineup, playing a big role on this Heat team, there's still question marks around the fact if he's going to continue to be here at the end of the season.
And I'll end it here. I'm excited to see what Tyler does. I think his shooting is going to be great. He's going to help with the rebounding, but he isn't somebody that I think of when I think creating for like. I don't see him getting by defenders on his own in ISO ball. I see him needing a pick, right? Like those pin downs for Tyler are probably going to be the way that they're going to try to get him open to be either shoot or drive. Do you think he's going to work in this offense?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think he showed enough last year that he's a pure scorer. The way that they move the ball, Danny, it's going to be key because this doesn't stop at just one guy driving the ball. Usually one guy is driving the ball. You have two guys cutting. You have a guy moving to the 3-point line. So, once you destabilize the defense, you'll be able to, come back door. You'll be able to run certain plays. And I think the way that this Heat offense is flowing, anybody in the NBA could potentially step into this offense and become a great player.
All right. Well, we think they're going to go small in the chat and the comments. Please let us know what you guys think. Is it a mistake to go small? Maybe. The beautiful thing is that if it's not working, Spo has no problem switching it up and fixing it. Because that's what the best coach in the league does. But I do think that this is what they're going to try out at first. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're wrong. But we'll see. Regardless, good season so far and interesting to see what Spo does. If you're listening on audio, leave us 5 stars and a comment. Watching on YouTube, like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll be back tomorrow talking some – what do we got tonight?
Chicago.
Chicago. Giddy is the only competition I see for Jaime as most improved player. So we'll see. So until the next one, have a good one.